1976, Central High School Talent Show. 18-year-old Prince walked on stage. 450 people watched. Within 30 seconds, they were laughing. "Look at that freak!" someone yelled. Prince tried to sing. They booed him off. 3 hours later, he did something that changed music history forever. Because that night, Prince snuck back into school, found a tape recorder, spent 3 hours recording alone all instruments himself. That tape reached a radio DJ, then Warner Bros., then the world. Today, it's in the Smithsonian Museum. The tape that started everything, recorded 3 hours after 450 people laughed him off stage. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Central High School Annual Talent Show. Spring 1976. The biggest event of the year. Students practiced for weeks. Parents took off work to attend. Teachers judged. Winners got trophies and bragging rights. 450 people packed the gymnasium. Bleachers full. Folding chairs lining the walls. Energy electric. Excitement palpable. Everyone wanted to see who'd win, who'd shine, who'd be remembered. The lineup was typical. Cheerleaders doing a routine, football players lip-syncing, popular kids performing safe, crowd-pleasing acts. Each one got applause, cheers, validation. Then came Prince Rogers Nelson, 18 years old. Senior, the weird kid nobody talked to, the one who ate lunch alone, who dressed strange, who never fit in. Nobody expected much. Most people didn't even know he'd signed up. When his name was called, there were whispers, confused looks. Prince? That quiet kid? What's he gonna do? Prince wasn't popular. Small, 5'2", skinny, massive afro, wore clothes his mother made. Kids made fun of him, called him weird, freak, girl, because of his voice, his mannerisms. High school is brutal to anyone different. But Prince had a secret. In his basement, he'd been teaching himself instruments. Guitar, bass, keyboards, drums, saxophone, trumpet, 27. Instruments total. All self-taught. Hours every night. Alone. Practicing. Creating sounds nobody else was making. He'd written songs. Dozens. Recorded rough versions. But nobody had heard them. Never performed publicly. Until today, the talent show. His chance to prove he wasn't just the weird kid, he was an artist. He'd prepared a song, Rainy Tears, early version of what would become Purple Rain, emotional, raw, showcasing his falsetto and guitar. Prince believed in this song, thought maybe people would see him differently. He was about to learn how wrong he was. Next up, Prince Rogers Nelson. The gym went quiet, confused, quiet. Prince walked from the side door onto the stage, and immediately, people noticed. He wore a purple shirt. His mother had made it, ruffled, flamboyant, different from anything anyone at Central High wore. Platform shoes, tight pants. His afro picked out to maximum volume. Someone in the bleachers laughed. Not mean yet, just surprised. "Look at what he's wearing." More laughter, growing, spreading through the crowd like a wave. Prince kept walking. Tried to ignore it, got to the microphone, picked up his guitar, an old acoustic, scratched, well used. The only instrument he owned. He adjusted the mic. The laughter got louder. Someone yelled, "Is this a costume contest?" More laughter. Prince's hands started shaking. But he'd come this far. He'd committed. He had to try. He strummed the first chord. The gym quieted slightly. Curiosity. What would he sound like? Then Prince opened his mouth. Started singing in his natural register, high, falsetto, the voice he'd been blessed and cursed with. The gym exploded. Not with applause, with laughter. "What is that voice?" someone shouted, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Is he a girl?" someone else yelled. Laughter everywhere. People pointing, doubling over, making fun. Loud, cruel, merciless. Prince tried to keep singing. Got through the first verse, but the laughter was drowning him out, overwhelming the sound system, overwhelming his voice, overwhelming everything. Then someone threw something, a wadded-up piece of paper. It hit Prince's shoulder, fell to the stage. More laughter, more thrown objects. Paper, a pen cap, a shoe. "Boo!" someone started. Then others joined. A chorus of boos, drowning out Prince completely. The music teacher, Mr. Anderson, stood up from the judges' table, started walking toward the stage. Okay, that's enough. But the crowd was out of control, feeding off each other. The cruelty building. 450 teenagers. Discovering the power of mob mentality, Prince stopped playing, looked out at the sea of laughing faces, his eyes filling with tears. He'd never felt so exposed, so humiliated, so completely destroyed. "Get off the stage, weirdo!" someone yelled. Prince set down his guitar. Carefully, gently, even in his devastation, he protected the instrument. Then he walked off stage, head down, trying not to cry in front of everyone. The gym erupted in laughter. Applause, like they'd just witnessed the funniest thing they'd ever seen. 450 people, united in mockery, in cruelty, in destroying an 18-year-old kid's dream. Have you ever been laughed at by everyone? Ever had your biggest moment become your worst humiliation? Ever wondered if you should just give up? That's where Prince was. And what happened next would determine everything. Share this story if you've ever been the outsider, the different one, the one people laughed at, because Prince's response to that humiliation created a blueprint for turning pain into power. Prince made it to the hallway before breaking down, found an empty classroom, locked the door, collapsed against the wall, cried, really cried. The kind of crying that comes from deep humiliation, from having your soul exposed and rejected. He'd put himself out there, shown vulnerability, shared his art, and been destroyed for it. Someone knocked on the door. "Prince? Man? You in there?" Andre Simone, Prince's only real friend, bass player. The one person at Central High who understood him. Prince unlocked the door. Andre came in, saw Prince's tear-streaked face, the devastation. "Man, forget them," Andre said. "You're incredible. They just don't get it." Prince shook his head. "No, they're right. I'm a joke. That voice, it's too weird. I'm too weird. I should just stop." "Stop what? Making music? That's the only thing you're good at." "I'm not good at it if everyone laughs." Andre sat down next to him. "You know what the problem is? Talent. All they know is mainstream, safe, boring. You're different. That scares them. But different is good, Prince. Different is what changes things." Prince wiped his eyes. "I can't go back there. Can't face them." "Then don't. Forget the talent show. Forget the crowd. But don't forget the music. Don't let them take that from you." That night, Prince couldn't sleep. Replayed the humiliation over and over. The laughter. The thrown objects. The boos. Around 11 p.m., something shifted. The hurt transformed. Anger. Determination. Defiance. They laughed at his voice. But they'd never heard what he could do. They'd heard 30 seconds interrupted by mockery. Not the full song. Not the arrangement. Not what Prince could create alone with instruments. He needed to record it. Properly. Prove he had talent. Then he remembered. The school music room. Mr. Anderson had a 4-track tape recorder. And Andre had keys. Prince called Andre. "I need your help." "What's up?" "Meet me at school. 11:30. Bring the key to the music room." "What? Why?" "I'm going to record that song. Tonight. Properly." "Prince, that's breaking in. We could get expelled." "I don't care. I have to do this. Are you in?" Andre was quiet. Then, "I'm in." 11:45 p.m. Central High School was dark, quiet, locked. Prince and Andre approached through the back parking lot. Andre used the key. The door clicked open. They crept through hallways, past lockers, past classrooms where hours earlier Prince had been humiliated. Now empty, silent. Just them. The music room was at the end of C hallway. Andre unlocked it. They slipped inside, locked it behind them. Prince turned on a single desk lamp, dim light, enough to see, not enough to be spotted from outside. The 4-track recorder sat on Mr. Anderson's desk. Dusty, rarely used, but functional. Prince had seen it before, knew basically how it worked. "Okay," Andre said. "What do you need me to do?" "Just watch the door. Make sure nobody comes. This is on me." Prince set up the recorder, grabbed instruments from around the room, started with guitar. His own guitar he'd brought. He hit record, played the guitar part for Rainy Tears. Clean, perfect, no audience, no pressure, just him and the music. Then he grabbed the bass from the corner, replayed the track, added bass over the guitar, building the foundation. Then keyboards. Mr. Anderson had an old electric piano. Prince played chords, melody lines, layering, creating depth. Then drums, a basic kit in the corner. Prince played the rhythm. Simple but effective, track by track, layer by layer, building the song, the way he heard it in his head, the way it was supposed to sound. Finally, vocals. The falsetto they'd laughed at, but this time, no interruption, no mockery, just Prince singing, pouring his heart into every note. 3 hours. Prince worked straight through. Andre watched, amazed. He'd known Prince was talented, but this was different. This was genius. At 2:47 a.m., Prince played back the final mix. The complete song, all instruments, full production, Rainy Tears, the way it was meant to be heard. Both of them sat in silence, listening. The song filled the dark music room. Emotional, raw, beautiful, professional, better than anything else in that talent show, better than most things on the radio. When it ended, Andre looked at Prince. Man, that's incredible. Prince nodded, ejected the tape, held it in his hands. Now they can laugh at me, but they can't laugh at this. This is real. They locked up, snuck out the same way they'd come in. Nobody saw them. Nobody knew. Just them and the tape that would change everything. Monday morning, Prince walked into school with the tape in his backpack. The hallways were brutal. Everyone had heard about the talent show. The kid who got booed off stage. "Hey, purple freak!" someone yelled. Laughter followed Prince down the hallway. "Sing for us again!" someone else mocked. Prince ignored them, walked straight to the music room. Mr. Anderson was there, organizing sheet music. "Prince," Mr. Anderson said, sympathy in his voice. "About Saturday. I'm sorry listen to this." Prince pulled out the tape. "Then tell me if I should quit." Mr. Anderson looked at the cassette. "What is this? Just listen, please." Mr. Anderson put the tape in his desk player. Hit play. Prince stood there, waiting, heart pounding. The music started. Guitar, bass, keys, drums, vocals, all Prince, all professional, all proof. Mr. Anderson's eyes widened. He sat down, kept listening. 7 minutes, the full song. When it ended, he just stared at Prince. "My God." Mr. Anderson whispered, "You recorded this?" "When?" "Saturday night, after the show. In this room. You broke in?" Andre had a key. "I needed to prove something. To myself. That I'm not a joke." Mr. Anderson was quiet, processing. Then, "Prince, this is extraordinary. This isn't high school level. This is professional. This could be on the radio. It's not that good. It is that good. Better, even. Where did you learn to do this?" "Basement. By myself. I hear music in my head, and I try to make it real." "Mr. 200 by." Anderson stood up. "I know someone. A DJ at KUXL, local station. He's always looking for new talent. Minnesota artists. Can I send him this?" Prince hesitated. "What if he laughs too?" "He won't. Trust me. This is real talent, Prince." The crowd at that talent show, they were wrong. Completely, totally wrong. And this tape proves it. 1 week later, Big Reggie, night DJ at KUXL 89.3 FM, received a package. Inside, a cassette. A note from Mr. Anderson, high school senior. "Recorded this alone. Changed my mind about music education." Big Reggie played it at 1 a.m. Late night slot. 15,000 listeners. Mostly insomniacs and night shift workers. "Yo, Minneapolis," Big Reggie said into the mic. "Got something wild here. Just came in from a high school kid. Teacher says he recorded it solo. Every instrument. Let me know what you think." He played Rainy Tears. All 7 minutes. The station phone lines exploded. Calls flooding in. "Who is this? Play it again. Where can I buy this?" Big Reggie was stunned. In 10 years of radio, he'd never gotten this response to an unknown artist. He played it again. Then again. 3 times in one show. The calls kept coming. By morning, the tape was all anyone was talking about. Local music stores got calls asking for it. Record labels in Minneapolis started asking questions. And in the second hour, a 17-year-old girl called in, her voice shaking. "I need to say something," she said. "I was at Central High's talent show last Saturday. There was this kid who performed, and we laughed at him. We booed him. We were cruel. And I just realized, this is him. This is that kid. And I'm so sorry. He's a genius, and we treated him like garbage." Big Reggie was quiet. "You there, kid? The one who made this?" Prince was listening at home, heart racing. He called the station. "This is Prince. I made that tape. Prince, my man, you're blowing up my phone lines. People want to know everything. How'd you make this? When? Where?" "Saturday night, after the talent show, in my school's music room. Recorded it in 3 hours. All the instruments are me." "Wait, the same night they laughed at you?" "Yeah, I needed to prove something." Big Reggie laughed, respect in his voice. "You proved it, brother. You definitely proved it. Listen, I got labels calling, managers, producers. Everyone wants to know about you. Can I give them your info?" Prince looked at Andre, who was sitting next to him, listening. Andre nodded. "Encouraging." "Yeah," Prince said. "You can." 6 months later, Warner Bros. Records signed Prince Rogers Nelson, 18 years old. Record deal worth $150,000. Unheard of for someone his age with no professional experience. The executives had heard the tape, Rainy Tears. Heard the potential. Heard something that could change music. Wanted to lock him in before anyone else did. "You produced this yourself?" the A&R rep asked during the meeting. "All instruments?" "Yes, sir." "How many songs can you write like this?" "As many as you want. I've got dozens already written." They signed him immediately, made him promise to record his first album, gave him creative control, unheard of for a new artist. But they recognized genius when they heard it. 1978. For You released. Prince's debut album. The song Rainy Tears was on it, renamed, refined, but the same soul, the same emotion, the same proof. The album didn't sell millions immediately, but it announced Prince, showed the world what that tape had shown Big Reggie Bros, that this kid was different, special, destined for greatness. And it all started with a tape recorded at 2 a.m. in a high school music room by a kid who'd been laughed off stage 3 hours earlier. Prince was 57, a legend. Purple Rain had defined a generation, sold millions, won awards, changed music forever. Central High School invited him back. 40th anniversary of that talent show. They wanted to honor him. Apologize. Celebrate. Prince agreed. Returned to Minneapolis. To the school. To the gym where it had all started. 450 people packed the same bleachers. Many were the same people from 1976. Older now. Aware of who Prince had become. Aware of what they'd done. Prince took the stage. Same stage, different reception. Standing ovation before he said a word. 5 minutes of applause. People crying, cheering, celebrating. When they finally quieted, Prince spoke. 1976. I stood on this stage, tried to sing. You laughed me off, booed me, threw things, made me feel like the biggest joke in the world. Silence. Shame visible on faces in the crowd. And you know what? Prince smiled. Thank you. Confusion. People looked at each other. You made me prove it, Prince continued. Made me go home and work harder. Made me record that tape. Made me fight for my dream, instead of expecting it to be given to me. If you'd applauded, maybe I would have been satisfied. Maybe I would have stopped pushing. But you laughed, so I had to prove you wrong. And that made all the difference. He picked up his guitar. I'm going to sing the song I tried to sing that night, but you're going to hear it the way it was meant to be heard. The way I recorded it at 2 a.m. in Mr. Anderson's music room. He played the opening chords. The crowd went silent, respectful, attentive. Prince sang. Full version, 10 minutes. The song that had started as Rainy Tears and became Purple Rain. The song that defined his career. born from humiliation and forged in a midnight recording session. When he finished, the gym erupted. Standing ovation, people openly sobbing, not just for the performance, for the journey, for the redemption, for the proof that the weird kid they'd laughed at had been right all along. Prince walked off stage, left a purple guitar pick on the microphone stand, engraved on it, laughed at in '76, legend by '84. Never quit. That original tape sat in Prince's vault for years. A reminder, proof of where he'd come from. In 2018, 2 years after Prince died, his estate donated it to the Smithsonian Museum. The Tape That Started Everything exhibit. The museum displayed it in glass. The original cassette, worn, labeled in Prince's handwriting, Rainy Tears, the 27th of March, 2076, 2 a.m. Placard. Recorded 3 hours after being booed off stage by 450 people. Lesson: the crowd can laugh, but the tape doesn't lie. That year, Sotheby's auctioned a copy, sold for $1.2 million. Buyer anonymous. Donated entire amount to Central High's music program. The school renovated the music room, renamed it Prince Rogers Nelson Memorial Studio. Free access for students. On the wall, the original 1976 talent show poster. Below it, Prince's handwriting. The day I learned, applause is temporary, greatness is forever. If you've ever been laughed at, if you've ever been told you're not good enough, share this story. Because Prince's response proves the crowd doesn't determine your worth. Your work does. 450 people laughed. Prince responded by creating something they couldn't laugh at. He didn't argue, didn't defend himself. He fought them with excellence. With a 3-hour recording session that showed what he could do. That's the lesson. Respond to criticism with work, with creation, with proof that can't be argued with. The crowd was wrong. History proved it. Prince became one of the greatest musicians who ever lived. But their laughter served a purpose. It lit a fire. Made Prince record that tape. Made him prove himself in a way applause never would have. 18 years old, humiliated, and 3 hours later, recording the tape that changed everything. That's a blueprint. For anyone who's been laughed at, rejected, told they're not good enough. Don't argue. Create, work, produce. Make something so undeniable that even the people who laughed have to admit they were wrong. Prince did that, at 18, in 3 hours, with borrowed equipment at 2 a.m. The tape that started everything, born from the worst night of his life, proving that sometimes the best response to humiliation is excellence. 450 people laughed. History proved them wrong. The crowd can laugh, but the tape doesn't lie.